Hello grade 2, welcome to another art class. Before I start, I would like to share a Bible verse with you. He is not here, for he has risen, just as he said. Matthew chapter 24, verse 6a. Can you believe Easter is just around the corner? Can't believe it. But the reason we have Easter is because this is the time when Jesus died on the cross. But he overcame death. He was risen 3 days later. And the reason he had to go through death is so that he can die for our sin, so that we may have hope in the future and a hope in him. Let's take a look at what some of our friends did last week. Here we have Rachel's sculpture. Now what I really enjoy Rachel's response is that she chose to use a very bright background, and it really makes the sculpture stand out from the white paper towel tube as well as some of her coloring. The color matches and it creates a movement by itself. So thank you for choosing an interesting background for us. Here we have Susanna's. Now Susanna's created a really interesting, a zigzag wave or zigzag curve. And within that there are some teardrops that she attached to the paper, the toothpaste box. Great job. We're going to be exploring some of those teardrops today. Here we have Kylie's sculpture. Now this sculpture has a really interesting spiral. A spiral that has angle. How do you think the artist created that? Let's see if you can create it today. Here we have Cheryl's. Now what I really enjoy Cheryl's sculpture is the zigzag line going down the side. It really takes advantage of the height of the sculpture. Now you also notice that the zigzag line has different thickness, meaning the zigzag is different size. If you look near the top of the zigzag, the angles are much bigger. That means they're not as close together. But as you go down, those zigzags becomes closer. And that's because of gravity. Who knew art can be affected by physics? Here, for Alessi's artwork, I want you to look at it. Spend a moment to look at it. Squint your eyes and look at it. What do you see? Well, actually, Alessi has created a superhero with her sculpture. The little teardrops at the top, that's the hair of the superheroes. Can you guess what those spirals, the two spirals in the middle? That's the eye for the superhero. If you are in 2A, you can probably take a look at the little video from Alessi, and she'll tell you all about her superhero. It comes with a cape and a heart. So great job, Alessi. Now, what are you doing this week? This is our last lesson for the line sculpture. What you are looking for will be a symmetrical sculpture. That means the left and the right would be the same, like a mirror. And you are learning to create a hanging 3D paper chime, just like this one. I'll show you the one that I created, just like this. Now this is hanging because it doesn't rest on anything. It hangs at the top. So you are going to do that. And once you have completed your sculpture, you are going to put it against your window. So the light can become a great background for your sculpture and show off those lines that you have created. For this sculpture, you would need the strips of paper, tape, and staplers. If you have any question, feel free to email me, and have a great holiday. Well, hello boys and girls. This is the last class before your Easter holiday, and we are doing the final part of our line sculpture today. So last week you guys had some really great stuff. I am so impressed. So for this class, you're going to need a stapler, or tape. I think tape will be easier, but if you want to try the stapler, you can also do so. And also your trusty lines. Now, we are going to be doing something, making a sculpture that is symmetrical. That means the left and the right will be the same. So we are going to start with the very first one. We're going to have a line just like this. Actually, no, we're going to start off with making some shapes like this. I'm going to use tape. Now, if you're using tape, you have to make sure that you tape it all the way around. We're making a loop like this. Okay, one. You're going to make them in pairs or in fours. If you're using colored paper, you are going to select the same color, or you have to make it so that it's symmetrical. So I'm taping it like this. If you have access to stapler, you can use stapler. So it depends on how you're attaching it. You may use stapler or you may use tape. So it really depends. I'm going to do 4. Here we go. And I'm going to pick a thick one. And I would like to add it this way. I'm going to use stapler. Oh, actually, I'm going to do one on the other side. So I put them together. Now they have to be in the same height. That is what you're going to, this is the beginning. Now you might say, oh, you know, Mrs. Cam, I think I would like to add something inside. So I might do something inside, but I think this is too big. So I'm going to take it and get my scissors. Oh, I'm just going to rip it. I don't know where my scissors went. I'm going to make another one in here. And I'm thinking I can put it in here like this. There. Now, because we used the same template, so it should all fit in very nicely. And I have another one. Now, you notice I haven't really folded my paper because I want to keep that, you know, nice round droplet shape. There. See? Should I put it here or should I put it here? Oh, that looks kind of neat. I'm going to go like this. So sometimes if you're stapling, it could get a little tricky if it's too full. So this is what I have, and you see how it bounces and it moves. Okay, so now the bottom, like my two sides is symmetrical. Okay, I'm going to try something different. What if I, instead of half, I'm going to make it so that it folds in quarters like this first. Since I'm making it symmetrical, I need to do 2. Okay, I will do it this way. Look at that. Okay, now you check it out and see, is it symmetrical? Symmetrical means they are the same. Ooh, not quite. So I'm gonna go back and refold this. Now sometimes if you fold, I'm gonna give myself a little mark, just right here. This is the halfway. Put it here, try it again. Sometimes when you have a fold and you try to bend it later, the fold will come back. So if that's the case, you just get another piece of paper and try it again, another strip. Let's see how well that works. Oh, it's okay. There, okay, excellent.
can have it this way. Now you have to watch that they are at the same height. There you go. And I think it would be really nice to have a circle in here. So I'm gonna make a circle. Ooh, I wonder. Remember how we did some spiral last time? Some of you did some really, really, really great spiral. So I'm going to I'm gonna use tape this time. And I'm gonna make my other one, which is purple. Okay, so now you have to try to, if you're doing spiral, you have to be very, very good at making the same size shape. Okay, so I think I'll make this a little smaller, and then I'm going to tape in here. Oof, it's a little tricky. Tape the end and tape. It's better to use less tape here. All right, put it at the end like this. Then you're gonna tape it to part of this. Ta-da. Okay, here we go. Then now I want them to be facing the same way. Probably have them go this way. And I'm gonna put this in here. And I'm gonna put this in here. And I'm gonna do a staple. One staple. Ooh, looks like a butterfly. There we go. I want these to stay inside. Ooh. So this is what I'm going to get. So I have a symmetrical design. And once you are done, now you can add more in here, but I just want to show you so you can get along with it quickly. You're going to hang it up by the window and take a picture from me. That's the end of the unit. So that is what it will look like. And I'll show you, and you will see in the PowerPoint, my little lesson where I have hung this. And you will see what it will look like. I would love to see what your sculpture looks like by the window with a nice light as a background. If you have any questions, please feel free to email Mrs. Cam, and have a great holiday.